Thank you for joining us in this incredible celebration of Dave Frishberg and his music. If you missed the first set, you can catch it on YouTube. It should be up indefinitely until somebody tells us to take it down, which I don't know if that's going to happen, but we leave it up to the artists to decide what we do with that material, and we'd love for you to check it out. So you can search for it, go to YouTube, search for the 1905, and you'll see a number of live performances, including the 5 p.m. show from today and this one. We do want to ask that you make it a listening room. Obviously, Dave Frishberg was a joker and liked the club scene, but we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to hear all the performance material that you're about to experience. So if you have a conversation that you really need to have and it's loud, if you don't mind just stepping off to the patio, that'd be great. If you could silence your cell phones, all the good stuff. Pagers, I know you guys all have them. They're coming back. I think they're making a comeback. With no further ado, I'd love to introduce the host of this incredible event. I lost the right adjective, but the wonderful Rebecca Kilgore.
Yes, wonderful is a very nice adjective. Thank you. Dan, don't fall. Thank you.
Glad I'm a little too soon. I make it look so easy. There we are. I hope you can hear the band all right where you're sitting. Yeah. I'll try not to hurt you.
That's not my personal stand, but I need
Is this a stand you would use for
Yes.
the performance this evening?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, didn't used to be like that. You have a long way to go to catch up to me. I know it. I know all of it.
Oh, I see. Well, we're so glad you're here for the second show, tribute to the great, late Dave Frishberg. Thank you for being here. Maybe we should each say how we met Dave. Well, anyway.
I mean, everyone in the room?
No, everyone on stage.
Might take a while.
I met him at a place called Father's downtown, if anyone remembers that. Because the owners used to hire national acts every once in a while. And so he came, and we in the band, I was in the house band called Holy Cats, and we had read up on him, and so after he was through with his show, I think we were his opening act, we sat down at a table and had, their specialty was chocolate chip cookies, and it was great. So we asked him, well, what was it like to play with Al Cohn? What was Zoot Sims like? What was Jimmy Rushing like? And he just loved it. He ate it up. So. And he, you know, of course, told stories. He was a great storyteller. And one thing led to another, and here we are. Anyway, we could sing sad songs, but I'm going to sing a kind of a happy song now. Oh yeah, we're singing. We're doing "You're a Lucky Guy." And by the way, Charlie Doggett's on drums. And he asked me to announce that he has CDs here for free with Dave Frishberg and John Gross. It's called A Strange Feeling. They're by the door.
If you would like to donate, there's my PayPal and Venmo is listed there, and the proceeds will go to April and Dave's preferred charity, musiccares.org.
So we have Randy Porter on pianos, Dave Capteen on bass, Charlie Doggett on drums, and my good old friend. I've known Dan for
What do you mean old?
What, like 30 years have I known you?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
not long enough.
Okay. You're complaining 'cause you got a pain in your bank account. And you're troubling, you ought to be doubling the whole amount. You work and you slave for the things you crave, and you find the living's hard. Hey fella, say fella, just go slow, retired, 'cause you're a lucky guy. When you consider the highest bidder get by the gleam in your eye, you're a lucky guy. Thank your lucky stars. You got a honey, she wants no money. She'll take you just as you are. Thank your lucky star. Hey fella, say fella, don't you realize it's fated, you rated, open up your eyes, 'cause you're a lucky guy. You're just beginning to have your inning, so let your troubles go fry. No one can deny, boy, you're a lucky guy. From California. Dave Capteen. Hey fella, say fella, look at Mr. Doe. He's ailing, he's failing, even he must know that you are a lucky guy. So why not treasure your bit of pleasure and live right out till you die? No one can deny it, brother, you are a lucky, lucky guy. The next song is a song called Eastwood Lane. And Dan, can you tell them about this?
Sure. I think you can all hear me if I speak up. Yeah. Of course, I was honored to know Dave. I met him in the, I think, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s in Los Angeles. Had the pleasure and privilege of recording with him. I called him to be a sideman. He wrote that great song, I Want to Be a Sideman. And he was happy to be a sideman, and he added so much to several recordings that I made involving Rebecca and musicians from New York and Los Angeles, in fact. One funny thing that happened, we played a jazz party in Florida that lasted for several years. They had musicians from all over the country. But there were so many musicians, it was difficult for the person scheduling the sets to give all the musicians enough playing time. So the sets would be 20 minutes long. It's like 2 or 3 songs, and then you would be off for 7 or 8 hours. You know, which could be dangerous. But Dave was in between his sets, and he was wandering around the lobby, and our mutual friend, Eddie Erickson, Eddie and I were trying not to drink in between all these long sets. And we met Dave wandering around, and Dave, what are you doing? He said, well, I played it at 10:30 this morning. He said, I'm not on until 9:30 tonight, you know, and I don't know what to do with myself. And then Dave suddenly looked at both of us and said, do you have any shirts that need ironing? And we laughed. We thought he was kidding. He said, no, I like to do it. It relaxes me. I turn on the television, and Eddie said, well, I got a couple. And Dave turned to me, and I said, Dave, they don't need ironing. I mean, he said, well, let me iron them anyway. So we gave Dave 2 or 3 shirts each, and he seemed very happy, you know, ironing shirts up in his room. I'll never forget that. Anyway, getting on to this song, it might have been at that jazz party or another party. I had an idea for a song. As many of you in the room do, I'm sure, I love the music of Bix Beiderbecke, the legendary cornet player in the 1920s. And Bix was not only a brilliant cornet player, but he composed some very interesting impressionistic piano pieces. In a Mist is the most famous of those. Then I was doing some research, and I read that Bix was influenced by another pianist of the period named Eastwood Lane. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I wonder what his music sounds like. This is long before things were available as they are on the internet. This is going way back. My wife, who's in the corner of the room, we went to the Library of Congress, and I found a folio of music called the Adirondack Sketches by Eastwood Lane. 6 short suites for piano. And in playing through them, I realized, well, gee, he's using this vocabulary like Dave you see in Ravel, and that's what Bix Beiderbecke was involved in, bringing that music into jazz. And there was one piece that was very intriguing in that folio. It was called The Land of the Loon, about the Adirondacks. And there was one phrase that kind of haunted me, and I thought, what if I wrote a song around this little phrase? And So I wrote this thing, and I thought, gee, what do I call it? And I'll call it Eastwood Lane. I'll dedicate it to this man who was so influential. I gave a lead sheet to Dave, and it surprised the heck out of me. About 3 months later, the phone rang. Hello? Yeah, hey, Dan, this is Dave Frishberg. Oh, well, hi, Dave. You know, what an honor. To what do I owe the privilege? And he said, you gave me that lead sheet of that tune. He said, I can't get it out of my head. I hope you don't mind. I've taken the liberty of writing a set of lyrics for it. Are you kidding? Thanks. And he said, I intend to record it at Lincoln Center. And he looked after me. He said, make sure it's registered. You won't get a great deal of money, but you might get a little bit of money. And now tonight, I can't believe it, I'm standing here in front of all of you. My favorite singer on earth is going to sing this tune, and it was published in a Dave Frishberg songbook. And Becky just saying you're a lucky guy. I feel like a real lucky guy. So that's the story of Eastwood Lane.
It's a ballad. When the bluebird in the churchyard starts to chirp, chirp, chirp in the rain, that bird sings melodies that carry me to my imaginary home down on Eastwood Lane. When the raindrops on the window start to slip, slip, slip down the pane, and as I watch the drops descending, I can see a river wending homeward to Eastwood Lane. I'm no stranger. People step right up and say, it's grand of you to pay a call, but there's a danger, 'cause the vision isn't true. It's only deja vu, a dream after all. Then the west wind on the water brings the whoop, whoop, whoop of the crane. And now that noisy celebration wakes me from my meditation. Maybe I should explain that more and more it seems I'm drifting back in dreams, back home to Eastwood Lane. I'm no stranger. People step right up and say, it's grand of you to pay a call. But there's a danger, 'cause the vision isn't true. It's only deja vu, a dream after all. When the west wind on the water brings the whoop, whoop, whoop of the crane, and now that noisy celebration wakes me from my meditation. Maybe I should explain that more and more it seems I'm drifting back in dreams. Back home to Eastwood Lane. Hey Dan, that's such a great song.
When Dave recorded this at Lincoln Center, he added a little, it's on the record. He said, you know, ladies and gentlemen, he said, I tried using Eastwood Lane as a composer's name. And he said it got into that, he said that Van Lingle Mungo thing. Where he said, I just started listing composers. And then he said it went something like this. And I wish I could remember it, but something about Sammy Fain and Harold Arlen, blah, 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 and Richard Rogers. And he says, they were all just Jewish codgers. All except Eastwood Lane. Anyway, thank you. Rebecca, thanks very much. It means a lot to me.
Oh, great. Okay, let's see. What do you want to do?
Anything you want to do.
Okay.
It's Rebecca's world. I just live in it.
Oh, that's what you always say, Dan.
Oh, I can play that. Whatever you.
Yes.
Did you want me to do that?
Well, why not?
Okay. Oh, on the back of the folder.
Yes. So here's Dan again. You can never get enough of Dan.
Oh, well, that's what you said.
And you know, he plays cornet as well. And I've seen you play alto sax.
We won't talk about that.
And you play piano.
Oh, do go on.
So I'm going to get off and let you get on with it.
Okay.
I know, it's a challenge, but.
Yeah. Got it back. All right. Well, Rebecca said I might play a instrumental number, and I was thinking of something that would be appropriate for the occasion. And I just mentioned how lucky I feel, and I had that theme going through my head. Here's a tune that Judy Garland made popular in the 1950s, and I think she sang it into the 1960s. But it actually was composed around 1929 or 30. It's a much older song than people think. It's called This Is My Lucky Day. Want to give us 8 bars of your finest? It's 32 bar tunes. Swing it. Like that. Do something, Randy. Little bit. Thank you. Well, you know, that wasn't a showstopper, but it sure slowed it down a lot. Let's welcome back to the bandstand. I think we're welcoming back Rebecca Kilgore, are we not? Yes? As she makes her way apprehensively to the bandstand. You go ahead. I'll make myself scarce. All right? Maybe I can try going through here. I'll just stay here. I started to tell the audience on the last show, this gives me a chance to continue my story about my first skydiving experience while Rebecca's getting a program together. I'd studied with an instructor, and he got me, you know, jumping very low, high, off bales of hay. That's how you start, and you learn not to twist your ankle or break anything, hopefully. And finally, it was time for my first solo jump, and I was there up in a little Cessna. It wasn't that high, about 6,000 feet. And the instructor said, "Okay, Dan, jump." And I that really wasn't what was on my mind, jumping out of the plane. And finally, I left the plane, I'll admit, reluctantly. I mean, he had to actually kick me out of the airplane. And you wouldn't believe it, I started tumbling in space, you know, and it was more exciting than it was enjoyable. And I'd see clouds, then I'd see ground, then I'd see clouds, then I'd see ground. And I realized at some point I had to pull the ripcord, so I pulled the ripcord the way I was trained, and it came off in my hand, and the chute didn't open. But I think Rebecca's ready to go on with the show. I'll have to finish the story later.
Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I've heard this story over the years. It just keeps getting longer and longer.
Well, nobody wants to hit the ground.
Okay. You know this one? I'm discontented with homes that are rented, so I have invented my own. Darling, this place is a lover's oasis, where life's weary chase is unknown. Far from the cry of the city, where flowers pretty caress the shores. Cozy to hide in, to live side by side in. Don't let it abide in my dreams. Why don't you picture me upon your knee? T for two and two for tea. Me for you, you for me alone. There'll be nobody near us to see or to hear us. No friends or relations on weekend vacations. Won't have it known we own a telephone, dear. Day will break and you'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake for me to take for all the boys to see. We'll raise a family, boy for you and girl for me. Can't you see how happy we will be? Picture me upon your knee with T for two and two for tea. Me for you and you for me alone. There'll be nobody near us to see or to hear us. No friends or relations on weekend vacations. Won't have it known we own a telephone, dear. A dawn will break, you'll awake. Start to bake a little sugar cake for me to take for all the boys to see. We'll raise a family, both for you and a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we will be? Oh, can't you see how happy we will be? That was a Anita O'Day arrangement. You did? Oh my God. Well, Dan and I are going to take a leave of absence, and we'll invite to the stage Steve Christofferson and Tom Wakeling.
Yes. Yes.
And a little later, Cheryl Alex.
Yes.
Okay. And I want to say hello to someone who's not here but would really like to be, and that is April Magnuson, who's Dave's widow. I hate to say that, but she is in the hospital for just observation. Everything's fine, but she called and said she couldn't make it. So yeah, she comes first. So anyway, hello, April, and you said you're singing along. We love you, April. Okay, all right, I'm out of here.
Just quit drinking coffee.
Got to make the shirt guy adjustment here.
Okay, so she specifically didn't call up Cheryl, so I suppose we're holding on to Zanzibar?
I guess.
Okay.
Cheryl. Want to play Zanzibar? Cheryl. Want to play Zanzibar with us? Okay.
Yeah, well, I would like to just acknowledge Rebecca Kilgore for organizing this event. And also acknowledge the 1905 for hosting this. I did have the privilege of knowing Dave shortly after he moved to town. The Jazz Quarry was still going strong. That's where I met him, right near the front door. And also I've been lucky enough to record a few of Dave's songs. But I just want to say regarding Dave, he was a giant. And I spent about 3 days when my son was about 15, so I guess shortly after that record came out live at Lincoln Center. We drove around the Rocky Mountains listening to that almost exclusively for 3 days, like several times a day. And I'm surrounded by these many, many enormous mountain peaks, and he fit perfectly.
Okay, thank you. That was beautiful, Steve. Seriously, what are we doing? The key that you guys normally do it in. G. Okay. I mean,
G or B flat.
I'm not going to sing it.
I just don't want you to put my mic.
Got it. I'm not going to sing this, right? You're going to play it, right? The melody? Yeah. Okay. Because I don't know the words, so. But I actually could play the melody. You could actually play the melody.
Can you okay?
Yeah.
Would you tell everyone who knows the lyrics to Zanzibar that in Nancy's absence they're welcome
Yeah,
to sing along?
definitely. Okay. We're going to do a tune of Dave's called Zanzibar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. Beautiful tune. Nancy King and Steve Christofferson recorded this with the Metropole Orchestra. Beautiful. And if you guys know the words, please sing along. I know this one wants to sing along. Yeah, I know you do. So feel free. Yeah.
Let's set it up. Let's do the first eight, and then we'll come in at the top.
You know what? Maybe you should play the melody. Why don't you play the melody?
I'm going to play it anyway.
Good.
Welcome to join, and we can share
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
happens.
No, I'm just going to fill in a little bit. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it. Wow. Okay. I'm going to say something really quick. So I've admired Dave Frishberg and his tunes for many, many years, and I didn't really know him very well. But I did have the opportunity to play with him. I played with Nancy King, and she wanted to be here tonight. And she was supposed to be here tonight, but she is sick, and she didn't want to take any chances because she didn't want to expose anybody, just in case. But I think she just has a cold. Anyway, we played at the Bijou one night with Dave, and it was really fun. It was really fun, and so I think she might have done that tune with him, and yeah, he was a genius. He was just a genius, and I just wish I had known him more. Anyway, he will be missed. That's all I have to say. You guys want to do another tune? Let's do. What do you want to do? Okay. Do you want to do Speak Low? Is that too like same kind of thing? We could. We can do anything. We can do an instrumental. I was going to sing that one. That's one tune I was going to sing tonight. Should I? Okay. In C, we can swing it. Let's do that. Okay. And I'm going to sing my one tune tonight. And I do remember singing this with Dave, and he said, "Oh my God, I haven't done that tune in ages," and and I was like, "Me neither." But yeah, so we'll do that tune. So we're going to do "Speak Low" by Kurt Weill in key of C. Do we want to swing it right? Doesn't matter to me. Just do whatever you want to do. So, do start it out. Speak low when you speak love. Our summer days wither away too soon. Speak low when you speak low. Our time is swift, like ships adrift. We've drifted too soon. Speak low, oh darling, speak love. Love is a spark lost in the dark too soon. I feel, oh, wherever I go, tomorrow is near, tomorrow is here, and always too soon. Time is so old and love so brief. Love is pure gold, time a thief. We're late, darling, we're late. The curtain descends, everything ends too soon, too soon. I wait, oh darling, I wait. Will you speak love to me, speak love to me, and soon. Steve.
Time is so old, of his grief. Love is pure gold. I'm a thief. We're late, oh darling, we're late. The curtain descends, everything ends too soon. To me, speak love to me, speak love to me, speak love to me, soon and soon. Speak love.
Thank you very much. Tom Wakeling on the bass. Tom Wakeling. Yeah. Charlie Doggett. This is a really nice rhythm section. Steve Christofferson. Yeah. And the other rhythm section was really good too. Like really good. Like we're spoiled. Anyway, Rebecca, where are you? Oh, okay. So we want to have we want to have John up here. Okay, we have John Nastos. So John, he's multi-talented, and he will explain. He's going to explain what he's going to do. Yeah. Because we're going to need a chart. I have a feeling we're going to need a chart. At least I'm going to need one. I'm definitely going to need a chart. Yeah. Cool. He plays everything. He plays the saxophones and the flutes, and I don't know what else. Do you play clarinet? Of course you do. Yeah.
Can you all hear me if I talk into this? Yeah, I bet you can. Look at that. So Dave and April were my neighbors.
Nice.
I grew up in the Laurelhurst neighborhood here in town, and they moved into the neighborhood, I think when I was maybe in middle school or in high school or something like that. I was just starting to play the saxophone, and I heard that this famous jazz composer had moved to town and was living on the street. And I had known of his tunes. I knew of Peel Me a Grape, and of course I'm Just a Bill, and all these tunes. And I kind of worked up the courage eventually to go ask him if I could play a tune with him. So I knocked on his door and kind of sheepishly said, "Look, I play the saxophone. Can we play a tune?" And he was gracious enough to let me to play a tune with him. I think the first tune we did was "It Could Happen to You." And I was studying at the time with a great saxophone player who I wish was here tonight, Warren Rand. We've got some Warren Rand fans in the house, and we're gonna play at least a tune here that Warren and Dave played together. And before we do that, I just want to mention a couple of Frishberg anecdotes. I remember him more as my neighbor than someone that I spent time on stage with, although I did get to play with him. But he was such a fast wit and clever guy. And I was telling Charlie this earlier. I remember one time spending New Year's Eve with my parents and with Dave and with April, and my parents were watching the new Sherlock Holmes series that had come out with Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. People here are fans of it. It was a great show, and my parents were expressing how they really were into the show. And Dave, who is, sort of famously retro, right? And in fact, one of my favorite Dave quotes ever is, "I'm nostalgic for things that haven't even happened yet." And he was so incensed that someone would take the classic Sherlock Holmes and create something new out of it. He just thought this was the most absurd thing. So I remember that really well. And then one other thing that I remember was I think the gig that Cheryl was talking about at the Bijou. And they're between tunes, and they're sort of deciding what to play or, looking over the charts like we're about to do here. And Dave's flipping through a fake book that someone had brought. I don't think he had brought it. I think someone else had brought it and put it on a music stand. And he's flipping through, and he gets it halfway through, and he goes, "Hey, I wrote that one." And it's like, man, how many people are any of us going to get to meet in our lifetimes who can say, "I wrote that one from something in the real book"? So, anyway. I very much miss Dave as a musician, and I very much miss him as my neighbor. We're going to play a Tad Dameron tune called "On a Misty Night" that he recorded on a great record that I think was recorded at Randy's house called Dameron 2.5. This is Tad Dameron's "On a Misty Night."
I thought you were going to do it.
Right on. Okay.
I'm gonna write it down.
One. Yeah, I should probably do this. One, two,
Harmony. John Nastos. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Take a break.
You want me to tell you, or you tell me? So we're going to take a 15-minute break and come back and finish until 10. And I also want to wish Nancy King a recovery really quick. I want you to be among the living. She really wanted to be here, and okay. Oh, good.
She got a rib surgery. Both hips or one? Both. What? Yeah, we got it. The other one was probably shot.
Yeah, we don't need the house music, thank you. Well, we're going to do a little number called You're Driving Me Crazy. And it's nothing personal. It's just, So here we go. One, two, three. You're driving me crazy. What did I do? What did I do? My tears for you make everything hazy, clouding the skies of blue. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me they knew that you were the kind who would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. You're driving me crazy. What did I do to you? Shadoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Nastos. Oh yeah. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me they knew that you were the one who would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. Oh, you're driving me crazy. What did I do to you? My tears for you make everything hazy, clouding the skies of blue. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me they knew that you were the one who would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. Oh, you're driving me crazy. What did I do? Tell me, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to you? I found it. Oh, yeah, there's a coda. Oh, shit. Yes. Yes, we're going to do something very difficult now. That means you. Thank you, John. Come back anytime.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Second time.
For another?
Yes.
Tom Harrell. Should make fun of him.
So this is a Dave Frishberg song called The Difficult Season, and it was written for a play with the same name. And I've never sung it in performance before.
You need your words. Should I stand where you are?
Are you going to be able to blend?
I can blend.
You can.
Yeah, I blend.
Oh, cousin Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, the microphone.
Do you, 1, 2, 3, 4. The difficult season is already here again. Deep in November each year, it starts to appear again. We jingle, we jangle, we join in the fun. While we count down the days till it's over and done, with holiday faces bright and gay. We're bravely surviving the long holiday. The difficult season can bring us to tears too much, touching on feelings and fears, too tender to ever touch. The tinsel, the reindeer, the chimney, the sleigh are the innocent dreams of an innocent day. We hark to the carols meek and mild, awaking the memories of yesterday's child. We each have a reason for singing a lonely song. Every December it seems the blues is our only song. We gather together to capture the glow that kindles our spirits a long time ago. We yield to the merry Yuletide cheer, watching December disappear. And we hope and we pray for what's in store till the new year becomes the old year, and the difficult season is with us once more. Dick Titterington, my husband. Dan Barrett, of course, on the trombone. Do you want to play? No. Okay.
You do it too.
You were there, and a little taste. So we're going to go just a few minutes over.
This is an outrage.
You were there and a little taste. You are there, but you have to
Stand over here.
play a little taste. Well, that's goes right after that. Yeah. In the evening, when the kettle's on for tea, an old familiar feeling settles over me, and it's your face I see, and I believe that you are there in a garden when I stop to touch a rose and feel the petals soft and sweet against my nose, I smile and I suppose that maybe somehow you are there. When I'm dreaming and I find myself awake without a warning, and I rub my eyes and fantasize, and all at once I realize it's morning and my fantasy is fading like a distant star at dawn. My dearest dream is gone. I often think there's just one thing to do: pretend the dream was true and tell myself that you are there. A little taste might hit the spot. A little taste might help a lot. It may be nice and maybe not. In my condition, this is a risky proposition. A little taste might pave the way. It has been known to save the day. A little taste might be okay. It's a sedation, good for a sticky situation. Why not spare myself a little pain? It wouldn't hurt. And by luck, my appetite out in the rain without a shirt. Who said self-denial's all that great? It wasn't me, 'cause I found it often pays to dissipate. One little taste could make a whole lot of difference. But it never ends, and one taste might help me make it through the night. Good evening, friends. Why let good intentions get my goat and bring me down when I found a great potential antidote? One little taste could change my whole disposition. A little taste might break the ice and make the nasty seem like nice. One little taste just once or twice, it's an enhancer. One little taste could be the answer. And so it shouldn't be a total waste. Waiter, I think I'll have a little taste. Put it on his tab. Oh, thank you all so much. Thanks, Randy Porter. Thanks, Steve Christopherson. I guess he left. Thanks, Dave Capteen and Tom Wakeling, Charlie Doggett, and Todd Strait, and Dave Tull is probably on his flight back home. And let's see, Cheryl Alex, John Nastos, Dick Titterington, Dan Barrett. Oh yeah, Hal Logan. Well, he left too. Everybody left, except you.
And Dave Frishberg.
Oh yes, we thank Dave Frishberg for his beautiful, beautiful songs, and hope we did them justice. Okay. And Aaron Barnes, thank you.
Hey folks, how about a hand for Rebecca Kilgore? Checking out.
Oh, I'm checking out
It's a B flat. A, B, it's like exactly.
You want to give me this, and I can.
You can do the. Yeah.
I don't want to. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do a song called I'm Checking Out Goombye, which was written by Billy Strayhorn, is it's my understanding. And it was recorded by the great Ivy Anderson with the Ellington Band. Oh, yes.
One of Dave's favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You love that.
I want to be a rug cutter, yeah. All right, so we're going to do this little routine at the beginning. So do you play an instrumental version?
Oh, if you'd like.
Well, I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. Or do I sing
You call it.
it? Okay.
Okay, I'll play a chorus.
Okay, great. And then after the first chorus, you're just going to vamp on the 1-6-2-5. I'm going to say something and then I'll count us in. 1, 2, 1, 2, Hello, is this Aaron Barnes at 503? Is this, is your number 503-277-3333? Well, I have something to tell you, and I'm going to just lay it on you right now. You had a great party tonight, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I'd phone you. I hope you ain't sick. I'm checking out Goombye. So nice to have known you. You were my big kick. I'm checking out Goombye. You tried an old trick. You found a new chick. But I was too slick. I'm in the know, you got to go. The cake is all dough. It's too bad our bliss had to miss out like this. I'm checking out Goombye. You tried an old trick, you found a new chick, but I was way too slick. I'm in the know, you got to go. The cake is all dough. It's too bad our bliss had to miss out like this. I'm checking out, yeah, I'm checking out. I'm checking out. Goodbye. Thank you, Dan. You taught me everything I know.